You, Brother Rich.
All right, the broadcast is live. What's going on? Flint Voices live on Fli-City Blackout. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Man, um, before I get started, there's two things, maybe three things that I want to say before I get on subject and stay on subject till it's over with. First thing I want to say is I will be pausing whenever I hear some paws hitting the door. I want to run upstairs and let them in. The second thing that I'm gonna want to say is, if you're on the phone with somebody and you're talking to them, and even if it's one of those one-on-one conversations, say what you mean, and if it leaves that one-on-one conversation, you're gonna say what you said because you never know when you think you're having a one-on-one conversation and you're not. Sometimes that person has somebody else on the other line listening to what you're saying. So the between you and them has been broken from the first word said because it's been a third party, or you don't know how many third parties that's in on that listening session. So I want to say that. Uh Now we can get back. We can get back to business. Talking about staying for something tomorrow. And I'm standing with Fli-City Blackout. I don't know what they said yesterday after I got off the air because I received a phone call today from Councilman Murphy trying to tell me we was disrespecting him or whatever, and if I have a problem with him, call him. And as I addressed him at the city council meeting, I told him if I have a problem, I will address it at the city council meeting. Or I will call him. Well, in this situation, the main problem I have with him, I addressed that day at the podium. And what I told him was basically, you supposed to be a brilliant grant writer and all of this and that. Write some grants up to pay them people from Hurley. Stop talking about I ain't gonna pay the city employees because Hurley people ain't getting them. Sign on, vote to pay the city employees, and then write a resolution up to pay your people. And no more pot faking. This is real. And I disagree with. And I told him this. And if it was a third party on that line or whatever, I told them this. I'm mad at all eight of them that voted for that firm to come up in here and spend our money. I don't care how short staffed the mayor is. You got a CFO, he can spend that money. I ain't trying to hit, oh, we don't got the capacity. I ain't trying to hear none of that. Oh, Jaleel is here. Hey, you gonna have to read to me what he said. I'm too far back for the phone. Mick.
I'll read it to you, Rich. I mean,
All
he
right,
said,
go yeah. Go on and read it to me.
you ready? Okay, he said, life and death are in tongue. Those who slack talk and gossip about others and those who listen without checking them are killing the spirit of the people and dying inside themselves.
And my interpretation of that is what I've been saying for a long time. Just because somebody your friend and your friend is wrong, tell your friend is wrong. If you know, and it's a shame that some people have friends that they can't tell they're wrong. Some people are friendless because if you tell a friendless person that he's wrong, you may lose your job, you may lose your grant. You know what I'm saying? You may lose your spot with the conference call.
And Cynthia
You
says,
you you left off the Zoom.
Cynthia,
That was my interpretation of Jaleel's
oh,
swagger. Was I right, Jaleel?
yeah, he said that's right. And Cynthia Hayes said, hello, Richard. Jaleel
Hey,
said
how
that's
you
right.
doing, Sid? Shout out
But
to Cynthia Haynes. Hey,
and what
tell Cynthia type that radio station in that D-Nab in there. Tell her to go on and type that on up in there. Let
and
everybody know going there. It's good. I'm gonna be giving y'all some more. We getting off subject again because it's something that got to be said. And it's I will almost say I'm standing for something. Always have stood for something, and always have stood for this. Get with Cynthia Hines because she's representing all over the state. She's holding different protests and stuff about different things about prison reform. I can't do everything,
she put it in the
but
chat, Rich.
I can touch everything and do the best I can with everything. But when it comes to prison reform, she's all into that. I'm into that, but she's all into that. You know, so put that station up there, so that website up there, so people can know to go there and start getting involved. Because she just took a van. It was a protest at women prison that being heavily mistreated right here in Michigan, and it was a van here that left Flint, Michigan, that only had 5 people on it. People made me. I don't care any excuse. Too many. It's too many people that I know that always got a good reason not for doing something. And then there's a lot of people out there that just don't join in. And that's something that I feel that van should have been filled up with. Because when you stand up for one bad prison situation, you stand up for them all. And what I mean by that, it's too many people right here in Flint that got people locked up. And let me tell y'all something when we talk about this COVID and those prisons, no one was sentenced to death. And what I'm talking about when I say open up them single cell facilities and put those inmates that are affected in those facilities until they are not infected anymore, and then bring them back to their regular prison. That's what I'm talking about. And it's too many people that got people locked up for me to be the only one from Flint really shouting that. And then you got Cynthia on the other hand, she's shouting to bring them home. It ain't enough people shouting that with her from the city of Flint. We got too many of our loved ones. Now, we got to have more programs like at night because we want more returning citizens advancing. Because at the end of the day, the deflection and the conversation is going to be, well, look who's going back to jail. They ain't learned nothing. Because now we talking about what's going on with them when they coming home. He ain't have a place to stay. He just ran with the same old people he was running with when he got locked up. That scenario's coming. Remember, I told you I'm a chess player. I'm playing chess. I know how I know what's finna happen. We finna win some of these battles, and then we gotta fight to make sure that the people that we get released, especially when we plead with the age and the health situation. We can't plead with the age and the health situation, and then one of them give us a bad word. Because all it takes is one. We look right now. How many people like Miko that have been released and positive? He's out there trying to speak up against prison. He got his lane that he talk. Look how many people it is like that. They'll skip over all of them. If one of them in their situation get caught up in something negative. That's sad, but that's America, that's Flint, and that's Michigan. So we got to be prepared for it. And no, for that thing about standing for something else. Those Harper funds is something that the resident of Flint, we need to stand up, voice our opinions, and then see if they're listening to us. I know they ain't listening to me. I said zero balance the water council. They ain't listening. I said do not hire the firm. They ain't listening. I said that the phone number that you can call to get some assistance on your water is shared with other departments and is only available for an hour a week. The 7th Ward Councilwoman wasn't listening. Right at the end of the thing, she gave the phone number out. All that over there is already happening. The Harper Funds is about to happen. 2 different subjects. That's the number you can call to get help. You don't gotta call no number for this. They're gonna write it up and zero balance your water count. You see, there's a whole bunch of differences in there, Mr. Mick. See what I'm saying? But
Yes, sir.
we are in the city of distraction. And I told y'all I was gonna have to take a pause and let these dogs put them in their cage. That just happened. I'll be right back.
Go ahead, Rich.
Hey, come on. Ain't none of that. Ain't none of that. You know, tomorrow we doing the show. Satara, LaShawn, and Mr. Dennis Pfeiffer. I'm real excited about tomorrow's show. I'm talking right now because I'm gonna be honest, I ain't gonna be on no more than 10 minutes tomorrow. I wasn't even scheduled to be on the show. I was scheduled to be at an event in Detroit, but they canceled it. So I will be there. So we good. So I'm gonna be there tomorrow. We're gonna they're going to be talking. Well, I'm going to talk. You know, I got to talk. I got the councilman on there. I love the idea that he wanted to keep those 600 houses. I want to know, do the city, did they did they really make the right maneuvers to turn them over to the state, or do they belong to the city? It was interesting when I was hearing it, when I remember Pfeiffer was talking about he wanted to fight, he wanted to keep the houses and the same grants that the land bank is misappropriating, because they got to be misappropriating, because it don't look like they're getting nothing to do nothing with when it comes to land bank houses. So he said, man, we should keep those houses and fight land bank for the grants. I'm like, I'm in agreement with you. You know, that's when when we were talking about Republicans and Democrats and whites and blacks. And that's when I was saying, I ain't care if he white, if he a Republican, he down. You got a white Republican council talking about we need to get all of these houses and fight land bank for those grants and take better care of. And you got black Democrats, nah, we don't got the capacity. Real talk. That's a poor excuse. That's a poor excuse for somebody to pay a CL for $160,000 that they don't have the capacity to do so. You got to pay a firm $1.3 million because we don't have the capacity. And then you get an 8-0 vote after Eric Mason showed you you can do it yourself. You got council people act like they can't do it, and I guess it wasn't one of them that I didn't see him miss two. I pray everything is all right. For one thing, no matter what, I hope at the end of the day everything is all right. I don't know why, but I pray everybody is safe. It's starting to be people missing meetings back to back, council meetings back to back. So we'll see what happened Monday.
Well, COVID running wild rich right now.
Yeah, so that's why I say I ain't trying to, and then even if it is a illegit reason why somebody would be missing multiple meetings.
No, but I'm saying that at this time, it could be a
Yeah,
cold, so right now,
but yeah, you gotta remember we had Santino on doing double jeopardy and all the other stuff last year. You know,
no doubt. But I believe it's probably, you never know, man. People might have been sick.
and right now, man,
Yeah, kid,
I'm praying that
yeah,
no matter what the situation is, I hope everything is good.
no doubt.
That's
I
all
agree
I'm
with.
saying. And
I
I'm not. It's like the Pastor Miller situation. Some people say he opportunities. Some people say he a hero. All depending on who you talk to.
no
So,
doubt. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It all, like you
yep.
said, it depends on what side of the fence you on.
So what side of the fence you on? Hey, that's all about though. Hey man, how many fences is it at the city council right now?
How many fences?
Yeah,
I mean, man, listen, that city
man, you
council.
got a lot of toys. Man, I heard them last couple council meetings was like you, yeah, man. But man, man,
Listen to me. What I don't like about it, and this is my personal opinion. Us as blacks, we look bad because you know what I'm saying. We the ones getting into it. I mean, we're not. I mean, our people are the ones that's down there arguing. You know what I'm saying? And then I go back and iterate this. That's why I was saying with Jerry Winfrey Carter, I think she just added herself into that because I don't believe Eric was calling her a knucklehead. You know how sometimes we can be mad because sometimes you will get tired of a way a person is acting. You know what I'm saying? I'm
I'm
not saying
tired of it.
yeah, I'm not saying he
But
be right. Go ahead.
listen, I'm all for Eric to continue checking them. I'm just asking them to stop it at 30 seconds and don't continue with it again
No,
until they get out of line. But every time they get out of line, since they
but
want to call me up on the phone and talk about how they gonna keep him in line, and man, look,
but
God
that.
wanted listen. I must listen.
Go ahead.
God wanted Quincy Murphy to be in those seats, in that seat. And like I said at the very beginning, I ain't mad at Quincy. Everybody that voted for Quincy knew that he was gonna be having outbursts. Nobody that knows Quincy Murphy is gonna say that what he's doing at the city council meeting they're surprised. Cause ain't nobody surprised. We all knew what was coming. For them to try to bring the conversation, because the conversation ain't on his outburst. The conversation is on his votes, who he's standing with, who he's voting with, and his quotes. That's what that I mean. He making some serious quotes that got people talking on it. I ain't got to go in on it, and that ain't what I'm here to do anyway. Because going in on people like Quincy Murphy is a deflection. I
I
want to I want to concentrate on getting those water accounts zero balance.
I
I
got
don't
a
want to. I don't want to be the respect.
Let
Who
me.
giving? I'm not. I don't want to talk about that.
It's a question for you in here. I mean, it wasn't a
I'm
question.
listening.
This was Cynthia Hayes wrote. She said some black people are so damn disrespectful to each other, and that's what it really is. I feel like there's no way that Eric and Quincy shouldn't be able to sit down and talk without all that, because I believe it's like people on both sides that's amping him up, and that's amping him up. You know what I'm saying?
And I know both of those two individuals. They amping. Man, did you hear what Quincy told me on the phone? He told, and this is the same Quincy that I've been knowing before, after, and doing.
Right.
Ain't none of this new. None of it. None of it. Like I said before, don't fault Quincy. Fault the people that told the people that didn't know Quincy to vote for him. And if you voted for Quincy and you knew Quincy, then you apparently you in on something or something, or you just whatever. That's on y'all. God chose that route. God could have told people to turn the blind shoulder to me and wouldn't give me any kind of platform, or wouldn't even help me get. I could have beat Quincy with one mailing. Wouldn't even give me that. Or stop somebody from buying my yard sign. God allowed all that to happen. God allowed it. He put Quincy in that seat. He only got about 200 or 300 votes out of thousands of residents.
I mean,
So
he got his people out to vote. I mean,
he got it. It is what it is.
no doubt. You have to respect that. I'm saying,
You got
I'm
it, and then that's who God wanted in that seat. He didn't want me in that seat. And I'm starting to see more and more each day why he didn't want me in that seat.
I just wish you could get them brothers to talk, man, because I still believe,
Get who,
like,
Quincy and Eric?
because listen to me, just hear me out. I knew Quincy too. I'm saying he's not that
Them,
type of
them, my,
person.
them my two individuals that I'm sorry to cut you off, then I'm gonna let you right back in. But those are two individuals that you can't tell nothing about their attitudes and the way that they address people. Can't do it. Tried it, been denied, ain't doing it again.
What? Let
But
me
I
read.
will keep suggesting to Eric that he stop stopping them, because I'm never gonna tell Eric to stop checking none of them. I'm never gonna do that. But I will ask him again to do cut back all the time, check them, and get on the business. Don't hound them. Don't we know what's going on. Like I said before, it's in the votes.
What I'm
They
finna read.
voted not to give the city employees a $5,000 bonus. One of them said she had to do some investigation and haven't been to a council meeting since. And I hope that she's okay. No, she made a meeting after that, but I hope she's okay. They never said anything about why she was missing these meetings either.
Well, let me read this question. This might go to something to what you just said. Chris Callum said, "People on council have been promised something by this administration."
Chris, they tell it on themselves if that's true, because it's clear as day that firm ain't on the same page that the citizens, especially the citizens for the north side of Flint, is on. The water fund, the water accounts will not be zero balance. That's not going to happen. Uh, it can happen. I mean, it's not going to happen through this firm. A city council can, just like Eric made the resolution to pay the city employees of $5,000. Somebody can also make that resolution to do our water bill. Just like that firm is going to send what they want, how they want to spend up, and then this is historically true from the Flint City Council. most of the stuff that the mayor office put together get passed by the city council. No matter who cry, who pitch, most of the stuff from the mayor administration passes. Just like that water contract from the old that garbage contract from the old company, from the old city council, whether it's good or bad. So we just gotta. That's why I say all mayors, not just Mayor Neely, all elected commissioners, like our commissioners. Our commissioners need people like me to start talking to them. Because I heard, if you don't speak, hey, stop. I heard that one of our commissioners said that Flint has his own money. You are Genesee County. That means whatever Genesee County get, Flint gets a piece of it. And we need to start speaking on that as well as we are. If y'all don't stop, hey, I'm gonna call an eagle or a Hawkins and sit y'all out there with some flour and sugar on y'all. Stop. Y'all hard-headed. They ain't finna interrupt this show either. I'm finna give me 30 seconds. Y'all think I'm playing with y'all? All right, let me come back. Yeah. Like Jaleel said earlier, man, it's all about talking to your friends and your association and your elected officials and telling them the truth. I mean, and we got a long way to go. We got a long way to go. That's all I can say. We got a long way to go.
I mean, you got some fighters out there, man. Because I also believe with this, I believe all black organizations in Flint should be getting help and get funded. Even Black Lives Matter, for like how Dewan did the Christmas drive. You know what I'm saying? You got other groups up in here, different. You know what I'm saying? Well, they all should be helping. You know what I'm saying? It should be love spread all around when you send people in the community. You know, even with Jaleel them doing. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Well, let me
Look.
let me read this question for you from Jaleel real quick. He said, let me put it up here so I can check it out myself. I'm gonna make it big. He said, once we wake up and realize we cannot reform devil, we will stop trying to fix Satan's system and wanting those in it to do right by us. We will remove the devil off the planet and establish a system under God. How you feel about that, Rich?
Well, I feel that the only way we can implement that is if we start from ground zero. We fighting too many. I mean, we can, Jaleel, you reach out, you help some people, you turn some people. I reach out, I help, I turn some people. Dewan reach out, he help, he turns some people. April Cook Hawkins, they reach out, they help, they turn some people. I don't know which way they turning them. Leela McGee, she reaches out. You know what I'm saying? There's different people that try to change people, and we are successful with some. But the only way we can get to the point that Jaleel is something that I've been thinking about, and God been giving me the vision to hurry up and put together to the point to where I'm forming different stuff now to create this situation, is to change the way we think, the way our kids are brought up. And what I mean by that, stop smoking cigarettes around your kids, especially your newborns. So we got to start with these We gotta start with these fresh teenage parents and young adult parents. Stop smoking cigarettes around your kids. Stop cussing around your kids. Stop shaking your butt around your kids. Um, Start reading books to your kids. Start showing your kids positive things. Take them to positive places in Michigan. Um, a whole lot of it's just a whole lot of different music. We gotta change. Just imagine the difference in the world if we just change it from like now we got the live stream. You got the live stream music where you playing the most horrific music lyrically ever. That the more cussing that they had, the more sexual content, the more drug use content that they have, and those songs on those sections on those stations was the more intense and the more praising of God that they were putting on those stations. Man, imagine if for wherever you have on your own 93.6, quiet, wherever you have hip hop, you had gospel. And when you had gospel, you had hip hop. Imagine the difference of the mindset that would be. No, another number two came. Don't carry guns around your newborn kid. Don't let them grow up and seeing gun carrying. But we got to do it and teach it as a whole. And until we start somewhere like that, we're never going to get nowhere because we're always going to have something that we can say slip through the cracks. And I'm not saying give up on what's on the present, but I am saying let's prepare the future. That stop letting the future grow into the present, and then we're still having present conversations about our future generation. When we dead and gone, they're doing the same. It's the same cycle, but it's getting worse. The the guns are getting bigger. The the number of shots that you can take out of a gun is multiplying. Uh, the laws against killing somebody with these guns are decreasing. It's a lot going on that the only way we can curb these, and then you know, killing ain't the only sin. Committing adultery is a sin. We got to stop showing our kids that that's all right. It's a whole lot of starting from the bottom that we got to do if we seriously go talk about making a change overall in anything, because it's too much negative learned. Too much. I'm going to bring this up again. Every time I talk to juveniles and I ask them the question, is this something, are you in here for something you created or something you grew up and learned about? And it's always something they grew up and learned. It's never, oh no, I just sat down and thought this brilliant plan to get me in trouble and get me, no, they don't do that. It's something they done grew up watching somebody do. They done grew up watching somebody smoke weed, so they smoke weed. Backroom parties, everything. They see everything. They know about the lines of cocaine and all of that other stuff. Because growing into it. I have friends who kids grew up to be drug dealers, and they just were like, oh, I don't know where you get that from, because I broke my neck peeping around the room watching daddy. You thinking they sleep. They late at night watching you wake around and sack up. Now all of a sudden you getting phone calls because they out there selling drugs. Stop. Y'all getting on my nerves over there. It's a lot, man. It's a lot. But we gotta, but Jaleel is right though. But and I just pray that we can stop the slip and we can just change our ways. People that don't want to go to school start going to school. You know, a lot of just let's little a lot of little things that need to be done. Like like the city council, for instance, do a real town hall. Send out questionnaires to where you don't gotta come where we at. You can write it right here and mail it back. And we're gonna give you a stamp. We're gonna get postage made. Hey, chill out over there. I mean, for real, make a serious effort because whether a person is registered to vote or not, whether a person is a regular voter, a part-time voter, or a non-voter, none of those. One thing that they all have in common: they're residents of the city of Flint. Even the people that don't believe in government, the government is still making decisions that affect your life. So you should have something to say. I mean, think about it. Come on. Stop settling for, oh, well, my vote don't count. Dang. Man, I done told y'all I'm the most non-listening to person there ever been. But I'm still talking because I believe and I love my city. And I know that one day, especially next year, about this zero balance all y'all water accounts, I know I'm finna have at least 100, 200 of y'all. Man, Rich, we should have been with you last year, dog. You've been on to something. I just don't know why. But this time next year, I bet I have 100 to 200 Flintstones telling me, like, damn. Because from what I'm hearing, they're already getting ready to start turning some of y'all water off. Y'all know I'm looking at y'all, right? Ruddy Rut, leave him alone. Leave him alone. He's the littlest one, bad as hell.
The runs always be rough.
That's why I call him Ruddy Rut.
Yep, the runs always be rough. No, I get it, man, but it's rough right now, brother. But I just still wish them blacks knew how to work together, man, and quit. Like it shouldn't always be, you know what I'm saying? That we like you said, he called you, said he checking. How you gonna check a grown man? We grown. It shouldn't be no we. I'm checking you. He should have just been easy to say, see, like once they get out of that kiddish games, they'll be able to work better. You know what I'm saying? Now, Eric has some points, but Quincy wouldn't understand it. I get what Quincy was saying, but Eric's came off more better when he said he was trying to make the mayor look good. No, like Eric said, he wanted to make
Yeah.
the citizens. He wanted to make the citizens look, make them whole. That much as he can. You know what I'm saying? Far as helping them out. It is what it is. But I wish them two brothers could sit down, man. They don't gotta like each other, because remember, you ain't gotta like each other to do business, and that's what they doing, is they doing business. You know what I'm saying?
Right now, right now, whatever Quincy's agenda is, he's stuck in it. And there is not going to be no. Only thing that I can ask is that Eric cut down his checks to
I
30
know.
seconds.
Yeah.
Otherwise than that, there's nothing I can say about what's about to happen in all of these city council meetings.
Nah,
Because
it's about to
that's
be.
all. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have be like, Eric, man, quick kill. Stop stumping them. You be stumping them through the ground.
Man,
If you listen to the city council meeting, Eric be going in on people when the cameras on.
Rich, I got a question for you in the comments from Chris Caleb. He said, create a third party, an independent party. How you feel about that? Because the Democrats been working us over,
Chris,
ain't they?
Chris, baby, I'm gonna call you in a little while, but
them,
yeah, for real.
them Democrats been working us over, ain't they? Told you if you get them the House and the Senate, you know what I'm saying? You get them the House and the Senate, they gonna get you these votes. But that's why I go back to what Jaleel said. Back to that, how can you reform? How can you reform the devil's system?
You can't.
And asking our own people to do right when they get in there. It's really impossible, man.
See,
Because
that's what that's what tomorrow's show is going to be about. It
right.
is another way. I want to. It's two ways, and one of the ways we're going to discuss tomorrow,
No
and
doubt.
that is you write a petition to get something on the ballot. Hey, stop. Another one of hey. Now that's the big boy. You hear that's a way different part. You just came in the house. I ain't even been live for 30 minutes, man. You can sit your big butt down. Chill out. So the next way of it is I don't even know the title. I don't know, but I know it is something. Some piece of legislation that we can write together and we can get enough signatures and it can become a law or ordinance or something. To anywhere it go, it can happen.
Well, I want to ask you this, Rich. I want to ask you this. Is you gonna reach out? Will you bring Quincy Murphy on the Flint Voices, man?
No.
Okay. So, man,
Right now, no.
what he do, man? I mean, what?
Because right now, it's like I said with him. And I'm not finna bring Quincy Murphy on Flint Voices and talk about why he voted, why he wants this company and all the stuff that I don't agree with. I'm not finna bring Quincy Murphy on this show and have a fight out. I'm not
Oh,
finna do it.
I got you. I
I'm
got
not gonna do it. When it comes to the time to where me and Quincy Murphy can get on this thing and we can talk about the Jefferson Project, we can talk about the Ajax stuff, then yeah. But right now, heads no, I can't have him on this show. I can't have him on here pushing his agenda on how much the city need this firm, and I'm just speaking out how much the city don't need this firm.
you. Got you. Got you.
I'm finna be biased. He ain't finna let me come on none of his shows.
I got you.
He ain't finna let me come on none of his shows and tell these people how much we don't need this company. They don't want me around them people. Those people don't want me around them. You see what I'm saying?
No doubt, I got you.
Because it's people that he's hanging around that wants this company.
Got you. I get it.
And he don't want and believe me, he don't want me talking to the people that don't know what these real people that's pushing this agenda is all about. He already know I ain't even effing with them. But he don't want me messing with these cloud heads that's sticking with him because they don't. Well, there ain't nobody sticking with him because they don't like me. I'm a cool guy. But
I get it.
what sticking with him because they only know him. You know what I'm saying? They don't want me talking to them because those people are living in these same conditions. Because there's a lot of people living in the condition that I'm living in, then a little bit better. That's what Quincy is living in. And great, that's what people like Mayor Neely is living. There's way more people living like me than him, but not way more, but more than Quincy.
No
but
doubt.
way more than Sheldon Neely. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Well, I'm gonna read this question to you because Chris Gallup said I wasn't gonna read it to you after what you just said, but he said, "Tell your councilman you need funding for your project, Rich, for the community." That's why I was
Yep.
asking you, could you sit down? Because I feel like this, man. You should be able to sit down. I'm not the behind the scenes brother. I want to do it out in the public, but maybe y'all could sit behind the scenes and sit down and talk, just to see. You know what I'm saying? Just to see, because you know, with me, because I'm seeing you bringing Dennis Pfeiffer on tomorrow, and you already said you're gonna reach out to Judy Priestley.
I already reached out to her, and I'm fighting, and when I bring Julie Priestley on, we
Oh
just gonna
wow!
let her talk.
Oh, she said she was coming on.
Yeah, she just got to reach back out to me and and we got to set it up,
Oh,
and we
no
just
doubt.
gonna let her talk. I told her because she's scared of us. She don't want to come on, and then we attack her. You know what I'm saying? She don't want to come on, and she feel like we a whole bunch of Eric Mazes in the community. She gonna be,
No,
but
Rich, hold
I
on.
no 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 no. I'm just telling you her mindset.
No,
I'm
I'm
not
not.
I'm not.
I was finna answer that for you though. I was finna say if it's just you and her, like I don't. I mean, if you got to bring her on like this, you know, if it's just you and her, you should be able to have it. Listen to you. You should be able to get 7 questions. You can. We should be able. You know, you should be able to get 7 questions. Read up what you gonna talk about. Send it over to her and see which one she want, and then go from there. You know what I'm saying? Once you, man, you know what I'm saying. These are
Yeah,
the
but
things.
I was gonna get her. Hey, chill out, ready, run, stop, dang, stop before y'all make me get a stick. Sit down, ready, run, sit down. Dang, you know what I'm saying? Show off. They don't never make this much noise. Never. Not
Nah,
not after they ain't been outside.
nah, they want your attention. But Chris
Yeah,
Caleb said, because he said he write grants. That's why he said actual councilman, because he said he write grants.
Chris, man, me and you, man. Hey, listen, God works in mysterious ways. I got 3 people on my team now. Chris Calloway. I need one more. I really got 4 because Mick, you my boy, but I can't put you. I can't because you like me. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
So that's like I can't. er, er, every time, because really, to be honest, everything I do, you with me.
No
So
doubt.
so all of a sudden, I say you the 4th leg.
Yeah.
I still only got 3. So I gotta get one more person.
No
Chris, I'm
doubt.
gonna put my phone number in your messenger when this thing over. I'm real talking.
Yeah, nah, man. I was. That's what I was just. I see it, man. But I'm just saying. But like I said, you get her on there. Nah, man. You when it's your show, man. You got to be real. Like it can't be no. It ain't gonna be no that you, man. You just, you know what I'm saying. We're gonna make sure we're gonna have the questions right, and even in the people in the chat, if you got some questions, I mean, we
Man,
being
I
serious.
ain't listen. Well,
No, I'm
I'm
saying,
on.
no, hear me out though,
But
Rich.
one, but
I'm
one
just
thing
saying,
I am. Hold on.
come
But
on,
listen, one thing that I am gonna do with
right,
her,
right.
I am gonna tell her, don't vote because of personal relationships or personal knowledge. Vote off of overall.
No,
Go
no,
and deal. Find out overall what the people and you really can't say just the people in the 4th ward because it's so few of them that's talking. How many votes did she get?
I don't know. I didn't.
It wasn't that many.
Hey, but that's the thing, man. No matter how you win, long as you win the
As
race. If
long
it's
as you
one
win,
point,
but what I'm saying
yeah.
is it's a whole lot of voices that ain't been heard. It's way more voices that ain't being paid attention to than those 4 voices that are involved.
But that's the question I was gonna say because that's why it's who can get their people more involved. You know what I'm saying? You got more
It,
people.
it,
You got
man,
more people turned off from elections right now, Rich, because they looking
it,
at it like it don't matter what they do. Just like now, how they got all everybody out. The Democrats said they had it, but what they was forgetting, the Democratic got 2 different parties. If you go, I mean, 3 different factions in it. You got your liberals, you got your moderates, then you got your socialists. That's 3 different parties in one. I mean, 3 different factions in one party. and you got
Amen.
most of your presidents that they be more moderate, meaning they be more to the right leaning. You know what I'm saying, to get in there. So it was no way. You still got to think. You got your Dixiecrats. You know what I'm saying? Them your Southern, it was no way that they like Joe Manchin and Kristen Sinema, man. If you see how they vote a lot. You know what I'm saying? It was
Yeah,
no way.
I need some education, Mick.
Talk to me.
Okay. Democrats that are like Gretchen Whitmer, what are they called? What are they labeled as?
A Dino, a Democratic name only.
Okay. Now you got your Democrats like Karen Weaver that points out differences in how they not differences, we can say dislike that dislikes her policy, that but they're also Democrats. So what do you call that set of people?
I think Weaver might fall up under liberal, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking because I couldn't see her as a moderate. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
She wouldn't be a
Now,
moderate. Oh, maybe she'd be a socialist Democrat. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying this is just me saying for myself, but I don't feel she a moderate. To be honest
so
with
what
you.
so what group would I be in? And be honest, what group would I be in?
Nah, Rich, you'll fall more up under the socialists because you're trying to zero out. You know what I'm saying? You'll fall up under what they would say a socialist Democrat that they having a hard time with right now. That's like when you look at what they call the squad. You know what I'm saying? That's no more your socialist Democrats. So you really, like Chris was saying, you really need to be. We should be independents, man. Who gonna get us? It's really, man, like every other race that got theirs. They don't vote. They don't be voting hard like that. They gonna know how to cut deals. If you want our vote, you gonna get something. We study giving our vote away and is not getting nothing. Everybody else getting something. Like Biden can really write some stuff in, like do executive orders, go ahead and do things. You know what I'm saying? But that's what the point I was trying to make. We look at city council and act like it's, you know what I'm saying, the dysfunction. Where that come from, man, you got to look at the Supreme Court. I mean, not the
Man,
Supreme Court. Look at the Senate. Look at the House of Representatives. Man, that's dysfunction up in there. They don't get along with each other. You know what I'm saying? So
they I'm sorry about that. I'm gonna stop cutting you off because I got to work on that. Remember, I told you I ain't no expert. I'm an amateur.
man, we learning, brother. This is how
And I'm
this
a,
is,
I'm a, I'm an amateur. So, but
brother. We
anyway,
learning. We learning.
but the reason why, and I don't like going after women, man. But it is what it is. The reason why we elected Cynthia Neely, the reason why she got reelected, and all of the things that she didn't stand for, and all of the money that she didn't bring to Flint, and all of the conversations. I mean, you got to remember this. She got endorsed by the Governor Whitmer. A state rep from the city of Flint got endorsed by Governor Whitmer and a presidential candidate and from the Democratic Party that didn't
Hey,
know what the heck he was saying when he made that commercial for it.
I mean, no, you gotta understand, Rich, on things like that. They pick, you know what I'm saying? They pick who they pick. Look, the
Yeah,
Democratic
but
Party gonna pick who they like. They
no,
got their people who they pick. Now, if you ask me, what would I,
but no,
okay,
no,
what
hold on,
type of Democrat do
no,
you
Mick,
think
but
Neely is?
what I think Neely is,
No, what type of Democrat? Of the three we
who
said,
me,
socialist. Yeah, I'm
I'm
asking you.
asking you that.
No, I
Well,
asked you that.
I know he that Democrat, he's that last Democrat before you become a Republican.
So you saying here liberal then?
Okay, you liberal. And you said Karen Weaver was liberal?
I said Karen Weaver is liberal.
So she close to being a Republican too.
No, liberal, moderate is close to being a Republican.
Okay. Now that's
That's a
what I'm saying.
moderate.
Sheldon Neely is the moderate then.
So you
Because
saying he
Sheldon
close
Neely
to the
is
center
get
then?
Yeah, we were.
No,
I'll
you
go with
said
that.
no, you said Neely. So you said Neely close to the center because that's a moderate.
No, ain't no close to no center. Neely is at the edge of being a Democrat.
No,
He's
but
barely a Democrat.
no, that's what they be saying. That's what they say. They moderates. They call them a moderate, meaning they more to the center, meaning they close, like you said, they closer to a Republican.
Man, okay. Well, I'll go for that. And Karen is in the middle of the Democrat.
So she'll be a liberal.
And then I ain't even on that line. I'm up. I'm up. I'm up. I'm up on the island by myself as a
No,
social.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. You'll be like,
Okay.
but see, that's the small fraction. Because remember, the Socialist Democrat is like the Tea Party was when the Republicans. But what it is, you be seeing what the deal be. You be seeing the moderates be crushing. They be crushing them socialists, man. They don't like. They don't really let
Man,
them.
stop telling the people how they been doing me. Nigga, I thought you was my boy.
No, I'm just being.
Man,
I'm just saying what they do because they
and
be.
I
They,
seen
they
it.
be.
I
They
seen
be
the
crushing
effect.
them. I'm just looking. You
I
can look
seen the
at
effect.
Congress. You can just go look at Congress. Look how they be crushing them. Because that's why I go back to what I still understand what Jaleel saying. Like, how can you reform the devil system? Really, you can't reform the system because regardless, at the end of the day, you might have some few good ones. You might have some out there who willing to help you, but it's not enough that's gonna make an overall change.
Man, they not even willing to make sure we can vote. They ain't even got that accomplished.
No, that's
How they
because
gonna that ain't even been accomplished. All these people we done elected, we can't even get that accomplished.
That's because Rich, you got to keep understanding, man. Listen, I hate to say it, they are the Republicans fight for power. The reason them Democrats ain't like you got them Dixiecrats, because they basically Republicans. Why you think they ain't tripping on them bills that's being passed? They not poor. They got money. They understand what's going on. They looking at they gonna be the minority in their country, so they trying to keep holding on to power. Why you think you got the judges? You know what I'm saying? They got the Supreme man. Listen, they got the Supreme Court. They got the lower courts. You know what I'm saying? If you go look, who running the Michigan Supreme Court? Is it Democratic ran or Republican led?
Probably Republican.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. What about this? What about the Senate and the House of Michigan? Who running that?
I don't know who got the most seats, but hell, the Republicans running. Yeah, it may be we may have more Democrats elected, but we got more Republican movement. We
No,
they
you
we're
right.
they're definitely moving like the shit. Like the majority of them is Republican. That's the way they moving. But I don't know how to vote. And we got, like I said, we got a lot of And what I want to get back to,
Right.
we got to stop letting the city council be in this distraction.
Because that's all they really are.
We got a sheriff department, and I'm saying that I'm not saying nothing negative. I'm just saying we got a sheriff.
Right.
We got the county commissioners. We got the drain commissioners. And they need more than a hot topic issue, like
Right.
something good hot, and and everybody running. I know, no, they need it because like we consistency on the city council.
No doubt.
You are consistent. We got people like me and Art really he try to, but I done learned from jumping that you don't never win.
Oh,
And
my bad. Not to cut you off. Chris Caleb said the Republicans run the state of Michigan. Rich. That's all I wanted to say. You can go back to what you were saying.
I agree. I agree. Whether they got more, whether the state of Michigan got more elected Republicans or Democrats or not, I agree that Republicans run this state.
Rich, is you gonna bring Art on Flint Voices, man, or you gonna go on the Hood News Network?
Are man, listen. The last couple of videos I put on that hood news page, they just took them down. My Fli-City blackout post on Hood News been took down. I don't know what's going on with her.
Oh, he might just be
I had
doing
spoke to
something.
him at a city council meeting about a week ago. It was the last city council meeting, so it
All right.
was the. So I spoke to him then. I told him to call me that I wanted him to do a show with me. Man, if he call, don't hurry up and call. He gonna have to be on the June show. It's getting like that. I'm working on. I mean, on the April show. I'm on. I'm on. I got like March. To be honest, is if I'm gonna do another show in March, it's gonna be on the second
Yeah,
or
because you,
or, or fourth or the fourth Saturday because I already got the first and the third Saturday booked.
yeah, you right. You only do yours twice a month. So
I
I get it.
supposed to, but
Yeah.
I go hard.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, no, I gonna come on with some good information where y'all can really
man,
go in depth. Cause
man,
hold up,
look.
no, hold up, cause this is what I wanted to say. Reason I wanted to bring you bring him on because you be down there at council. Cause how everybody keep giving even worthy. How do the blacks can twist? Cause you know what I'm saying. I don't know how they keep thinking that art threaten evil, man. Like, do they be paying attention what the brother be saying, man?
Art don't even raise his voice.
Like, I don't get it.
A distraction. They don't want to talk about what he's really talking about. They want to talk about his delivery. That's it, a distraction. Because they know he probably tell the truth about evil. That's the same with Eric Mays.
Oh, this was
It,
this
it,
what Chris
it,
Caleb just said, Rich. He said, I was told some posts were taken down by Facebook, Rich. They took some of mine also. I was told by one of the administrators.
why is Facebook taking our post down and not saying why?
Probably some
And
of the
now,
oh, you
and
know
ain't
what?
no
You know
negative.
what? You know what? I told y'all today y'all can't be talking about the jab. Remember when they was out talking when I was like, you can't say, you gotta say the jab or the candy shot. You know what I'm saying? That day I know we had went off because remember we was in the comments talking about the vaccination. And I said let's quit, don't say that. And that was I know it was on one of your shows that you did. So you know you
I
can't say
hope
that.
that I
No,
hope that's it because I don't got no. But that last night show we wasn't talking about the jab.
nope. Oh, it said city council meeting going on tonight.
It is.
I'm asking, Bada said city council meeting important to watch. No, I believe it is important to watch. I just feel like they need to. I mean, I don't know, man. Our city council is terrible, man. No, it ain't on tonight. I believe because that's what Bada said. City council
But I
meeting.
ain't saying, but I'm not saying we shouldn't be watching city council meetings. I'm saying that we're concentrating on city council meeting and we're letting everybody else off the hook. That's all I'm saying. We got we had a lot of situations to where our people was being mistreated in the criminal justice system. We had different issues on housing of inmates in the county jail and I just feel that we shouldn't bail them out. And then we got the fact that when they told me that the county said that Flint has their own money when it comes to the Harper Fund, we need to start getting them in they mix too. They feel invincible. And I ain't saying they doing wrong stuff with their money, but I ain't saying they doing right stuff with their money. But what I am saying is we need to find out what they're doing with their money, and we need to start putting some influence on them about what we want them to do with their money. I spoke in front of the county commissioners one time, and when I spoke there one time, I told them because that's when we had those people from Davidson that just took over. wanting the kids to wear masks, not wear masks in school. And I said, why don't you meet the people of Davidson halfway? Because I can't agree with the people of Davidson about the mask. Why don't we put those those shields up better than what they got at city council too?
I
Why don't
got
y'all
one.
put why don't
I,
y'all put those cubicles up all in the schools? It's gonna cost some money,
right,
and then they only have to wear their masks in between classes.
Rich. I got one question for you from Chris Callum. And I gotta
Uh-huh.
read this. And but we do. He said they ignore us because we don't have no one in the political field who support us. I mean, he basically said they ignore y'all because y'all don't have no one in the political field who support y'all. I was just reading it, and
But you know what's sad about that? We are suspected to we are supposed to support, and I support a lot of different stuff because even though I see that it's a whole lot of people that if they ain't headline and they ain't a part of the show,
right.
I still do what I do. You know,
I mean, we should have better support. I mean, this is this what me and Dewan and came up with that we working on along with Shatara, and Brother Roberts and you. There's a different people, the brother that what I'm saying, he putting together. Yeah, we should have more support. We should have our own
just
like
like that, just like that van that went to Orlando last Sunday.
yeah.
That should have been filled. It wasn't but like a 50 passenger to at least been
Nah,
25 people on it.
nah, it should because man, reason you come on because you be having to combat what M Live be saying. Like they always just come down and give a slight to the blacks. They don't never say nothing that that the whites have did wrong. Like they always put out there. They make sometimes I mean like you say Eric delivery instead of doing it in 5-8 minutes, he should do it in 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Yeah, to
Man,
go
them
ahead
quick
and get
kills.
what he said. Yeah, but too, cause like just let's go back to this. That's just like with that compliance firm. Was you down there?
Man,
Was you? No, no,
man,
no. Let me before I forget this, because I know you watched it. Did you see what Ali Hogan wrote of them said? Remember about the meeting? The compliance firm was supposed to come down and had them 4 meetings with the people, and then they said they had just found out that night.
man, they don't care what we say. There's not a community verse that I heard that said hire the firm. And I hate to say it, one of our most beloved women councilwomen, and it's not Miss Burns, was for that firm from start to finish.
Who was that?
It was y'all can figure it out. Y'all got what about what? Seven more, six more ladies to choose from.
It could be
But no,
anybody.
five more.
It could be
Five. Yeah,
Ali.
y'all can pick any one of five. Y'all gotta do it. But I'm gonna say this was the one that I was shot with, that I talked to on, that I would talk to the most personally out of all of the ones on there. That's the only hit you
What Chris Callum said, Rich, if you're gonna be doing this, you got to be you. If you are going to do this, Rich, you have to be all in, like Art Rich. You know what I'm saying? He probably had to want you to come on more. And he said you have to protest people at public venues to get their attention. No, you do. You know what, Chris? We was doing that. We was doing that. Like I said, we there's like I said, we had some stuff, but we try to do it a little different, Chris. We do, you know what I'm saying? But Rich be at them gatherings though. He be at city
get.
council.
No, but I'm finna. That's what tomorrow's show about. I'm
Right.
finna start putting stuff in writing. I'm finna start like I'm finna like that like zero balance in our water account. Man, I'm finna put a petition out there to have that done. I didn't already let them tell us that they're not gonna do it. So now I'm gonna tell them to do it by getting a petition, getting it certified, and hitting the streets. And it's not gonna be a problem getting the signature.
And if you had to come on every day for at least 30 minutes to preach it, I mean, at least 30 minutes a day you ain't doing your Flint voices to let them know, you got to use everything.
Oh, it's on and popping. It's
Yeah.
on and popping. It's
Yeah.
on and popping. I'm finna get that petition together.
Right.
One of my friends was supposed to be getting somebody to write the language up for me,
No doubt.
but instead they gave me the legislator's number. So I will be calling them Monday, and I will be communicating with them. So by the time we do that, remember we are in February. I forgot the date. We're doing part two of standing for something, and last week's show.
No doubt. Yeah, no,
So
but
so
I'm,
when we
we,
so when we so when we come to those shows, I should have that petition ready. And then after that, I gotta build up a circulation team, and we're gonna get those signatures.
no, it's gonna be like I said. No, Bada, we're gonna be coming on. Like we're gonna be really jumping. Like come Monday, we supposed to be creating something different. A Monday show that's gonna be did. I'm like we're gonna broaden the platform. But Chris Allen said you need about 20 people to help you when you protest some in one of their public venues. Now that you do, you got to
You,
get. We got to wait till that weather change right now, Chris. I'm telling you, it's something terrible outside.
it's
And
gonna be all right because in June we got a big. Uh, I'm planning a big uh criminal justice reform rally. I think I'm gonna call it "Nobody was sentenced to death"
right,
because I'm bringing in people like Biko that got their discrepancy. People like Marjorie Turner that got her story. People
no
like
doubt.
Cynthia Hines that have her story.
Is you bringing her on your show, Rich?
Bringing who?
Cynthia Hines.
No, I'm just playing. She coming.
Oh, see now, see how you just did that right there. You about to start something. Yeah, the people
No, but
mad.
no, she once her schedule clear up and I'm able to sit down and do some serious talk, yeah, she coming on. Because what happened Sunday shouldn't have happened Sunday. The communication between me and her, like I still ain't even gave y'all the details about that.
Well, she put it in
So,
the. Was that Cynthia Hayes? She put the organization in the chat.
okay, yeah, but once we can get our off the camera situation story together, because
Right.
right now, like I said, it's looking kind of, it ain't looking, we ain't ready. But when we be ready, yeah, I bring her on. But right now, we not. I'm not saying she not ready. I'm saying we not ready.
No doubt.
It's not on her. It's not on just her shoulders, on my shoulders too.
Got you.
So once we get our act together off camera, then we'll come on camera together. That's yeah, definitely she come.
No, no doubt. I'm just asking.
Because
I'm not.
I'm actually gonna start a podcast to where I'm bringing on only people like her, people that's standing for something, and mostly standing for prison reform. Because I feel bad that at the beginning of this pandemic,
Right.
I was screaming, open up the single cell prisons. When you catch the COVID, when you catch when you get sick, they're gonna take this video down too. But when you get sick, go to that prison, and then
Mm-hmm.
when you become healed, come back to come back to your That's probably the reason why we're getting out because they don't want people saying it.
No, they
They don't
don't.
want people. They don't want people saying. And see, that's what I'm saying. This is something that everybody got somebody locked up, and they're not handling this situation in these facilities correctly. They're not. They running out of masks here and there. It's different prisons, different cellmates, different stories.
Yeah,
But
Chris said he be see Lakeisha doing that.
yeah, She in and out with Cynthia. Yeah. But what I'm
Right.
saying, man, they running long because that's something she started, she got in on at the end of her campaign, and she's continuing now that her campaign is over with. And we need to do a show on that, what you're doing after your loss show. Call everybody up and see who waiting to say, vote for me when they decide to run again. See
Well,
who, see who's still visible in the community, still like Arthur Woodson.
yeah, that
That
brother
dude
all over.
still throwing food and stuff in cars.
No doubt. With Philip Lisa in Ohio, we see inmates not being protected and staff not following any protocol, none.
Open up the single cell. Let's get it. And see what I'm saying? We loading all up on the city council, ain't doing nothing about our prison. What's the condition? I don't know the condition on what's really the condition on that's going on in the Genesee County jail.
Yeah.
Whether it's good or bad, I don't
Hey,
know.
Chris, who you talking about? It looked like she's waiting for another opportunity for the city council seat. I might have missed what Chris was saying. He wrote that in the comments. It looked like she's waiting for another opportunity for the city council seat.
I don't know who that can be. A lot of maybe Monica Galloway, because I ain't really been hearing no community conversations about her.
No, he said Lakeisha. He was talking about Lakeisha. Yeah, to get Allie Hoke and Rudder out of there. I mean, yeah, I get it. Yeah, he's talking about Lakeisha, man. That was cold blooded that they didn't get a lot of y'all didn't they didn't let none of the write-ins get on the ballot.
No, no. Let me tell you what's cold blooded.
Talk to me.
People were looking at my little, I call it a house party, literature.
No
'Cause I,
doubt.
but people were looking at the content on there saying, "Are you sure you're running for city council? You're not running for mayor because you're talking like you're saying things that we would want to hear from a mayor."
Right.
Um, Lakeisha, she talked about them tiny houses. You know, me and her, and man, bring a realtor home. Tiny houses for an individual, a home is for a family.
No doubt.
And then you want, and then to back my side of the story up, you build homes, you take people with good standings out of these apartments, and you let them rent to own these homes. And these people that you wanted to be homeless, you
No
take
doubt.
them and put them in those apartments. Guess what
Rich,
the excuse? Now hold on. Guess what the excuse was when I said that?
what was it?
The homeless don't want an apartment. They want a tiny home. I was like, you gonna tell me a person have a choice between a apartment and a tiny house? If they gonna choose the tiny house, they probably ain't gonna choose neither one and say I'd rather be homeless.
Man, they take out. I was just gonna say this for you. Bada had a question for you. Bada said
Okay.
Miss Galloway should be on your show. Lots of city knowledge. How you feel about that, Rich?
Well, I was saying in March that the first and the third Saturdays, remember we did discuss this, was gonna be
Right.
elected officials, past or present, and people that ran for office. It was gonna be strictly Flint politics.
No doubt.
And then if I wanted to do a special on Jefferson School, it would be on the second or fourth Friday. If I like in February, I forgot the day. I think it's February the 12th. I'm having a young lady come on as a exercise guru, and another lady that's coming on that's going to be talking about eating right and stuff during the COVID. You see what I'm saying? I mean, during this pandemic.
Okay, so you gonna bring we gonna bring on a holistic person in is what you're saying.
Yeah,
We
well,
gonna bring on
there's
people to
somebody
say
that I just, a regular, really a regular person. And then, I'm gonna probably try to talk to Leela McGee and try to get her to cook because she always talking about eating right and stuff. You
Right.
know, you know.
Yeah, because she
And
did
see, and
say,
that, and then see that I want to bring a person like Lena on to strictly talk about that and not go into the political ways and stuff with people like her because we have different opinions. And I don't want our difference of opinion stopping people from learning about eating health because everything will turn into our disagreement.
I think Leela. Oh, okay, I'm muted. I think it said, what about Audrey and Jaleel? Oh man, we'd love to have Jaleel on. And Philip Lee, we'd love to bring you on when you get your mic working. Yeah,
Audrey done already been on.
yeah, but she on, yeah, because he said Jaleel. We wouldn't mind bringing Jaleel on to talk. I gotta, that's no.
When when Audrey get ready, she gonna be able to she gonna push me on the side and host some shows and stuff. She just it's just she's doing Audrey right now. But let me tell you something. Just because somebody ain't in the camera, and I had to learn this too, because I've been accusing people to be out of whack when they really ain't out of whack. Just because somebody ain't in the camera, don't mean that they ain't doing nothing for that can better their community and better their city. So we know. I need to say that, and especially when it comes to Sister Muhammad, because we all know she's very smart. And Chris Caleb,
He said,
I
Rich. He was
will
talking
I will
about
be connecting y'all. I will be connecting y'all two together because her ideals, my ideals, and your grant writing ability, we might be able to save this shit.
Rich. He said, now he was talking about bringing her on about and Jaleel about speaking about eating healthy. That's what
Well,
he was
once
talking
again,
about. Because
and
the
I
nation.
definitely would bring Jaleel them on for that and
Because
stuff like
they
that.
got
And I'll bring Jaleel on like I plan on bringing on Pfeiffer and just tell them what I feel about the subject, and then stepping out the way and let him have it and just let him do Jaleel.
because what I was gonna say, yeah, as far as bringing Sister Muhammad or Brother Jaleel along, because the Nation of Islam, they got their book How to Eat, How to Live, books 1 and 2. So that would be a definitely good look. And Philip,
Definitely.
and
Is
Philip,
Jaleel still on?
no, I don't know. He probably stepped out for a minute. And Philip Lee said, he wouldn't mind. He said he be wanting to talk with a lot of folks, just haven't had a. He said haven't had my mic working. But as soon as you get your mic working, Philip, when that, we gonna reach. It won't be no problem to reach out to you to bring you on. Brother Rich want to bring everybody on and talk to him. You see, he reaching out to Judy
Average
Priestley.
people. Every
Yeah,
and then like when I'm gonna go off the grid, like I done had Marshall Green. Yeah, a lot of people know him,
right.
but he really ain't known. He an average person in the third ward. I ain't, my guess. A lot of people know LaShawn, but a lot of people like LaShawn English, Satara. A lot of people know Satara, but they like Satara. That name ain't like a Karen Weaver. He got Karen Weaver. You see what I'm saying? Sheldon Neely, Mayor Neely. And no, but I feel our voices are just as important as Karen Weaver's and Eric Mays and Sheldon Neely.
No doubt. What injustices, judicial injustices, just put this in. I'm gonna read it for you. This was big one, so I'm gonna put it on the screen for everybody can see it. Let me get my glasses off. I can get this right, man. I'm blind working on this. Okay, she said Genesee County Jail Women Unit is deplorable. It's over capacity and unsanitary. You have women that they only have one pair of underwear. You have women that are walking around without underwear on their cycle. That's inhuman and unsanitary. You have coats in the day room, coats in the front cell. You have cots in the day room and cots in front of cells. Whoa.
Whoa.
And then Bada said, give third ward lots of voice time here. Yeah, Philip Lee said that. I can see posts. Yeah. That's rough
Whoa,
right there, man. It said Genesee
whoa,
County Women Jail. That's rough.
whoa. Hey, please go to my messenger and put your phone, Mr. Justice. Please go to my inbox and put your phone number in there. We might be able to. Man, I want to do a private conversation to see if we can get that taken care of. I don't want to make no scene about that, but I will. So just yeah, give me a phone call. We'll see if I can get you face to face with some people that can make changes with that. And if they don't make changes, whatever you want to do, just like I went to the St. John Street reunion, and I told them people that I'm only there to support whatever decisions they make, even though I messed around and talked about a union in the building or whatever. But at the end of the day, is whatever those people decide on, whether they are, and then it's looking like it's being it being barred by the city of Flint. I mean, and then I ain't saying it's impossible. Uh, the president of the St. John's is really hopeful, but they gotta like the pamphlet because I only you know me, I ain't I'm quick to the point. So I'm looking at this nice big, you know how their presentation all big and nice and all that. So I'm looking at this great these great strips in there, and then these great strips is talking about how much money it's going to take to complete that portion of it, and where they was going to get the funding from. They had like 3 pages of great strips about that thick, so it was like 7, 8 gray strips on pages. So you had like 3 pages of that. And all of them, but like 2 of them ended with seeking grant. That that's kind of disturbing. But like I said, the president got hold of it. The marijuana people coming in talking about how they can make donations and they can make plans and then. But I was just looking at like, man, it's a whole bunch of great saying saying secure grant, seeking grant. That's a lot of seeking for a project that big. That's a lot of seeking. Uh, I help them sink. I help them. You know, I do whatever I can. I help with fundraising and all that because they. Oh yeah, and they're selling calendars right now. I'm gonna make. I took a couple of pictures on Thursday. I just did sit down and put. You know how I put little wording with pictures and stuff and put out there, let people know who they can call up and buy a calendar that can help them with all of their venture. Hell, I feel they should be asking the county for some money.
Hmm.
I mean, wait a minute, they should. You know why they should? Because don't Genesee County pride themselves off of parks? Ain't that new park that they building? Ain't that a county park that the Mayor Neely keep bragging about?
He got
Is
something to do
that
with that?
that's not a city of Flint park, is it? That's a county park, ain't it?
I thought it was. I could be wrong.
I think that's a county park. That's not a city of Flint park. Hell, the city of Flint has a adopt a park. They have a adopt a park program. Yeah, baby. Oh, I'm too loud. Yeah, I'm too loud. I'm sorry. Hey, close the door for me. Oh, okay. Hey, man, I got to get out of here. I got to run somebody to urgent care.
All right. We see y'all later, family.
Man, I'll tune back in at 11 if you want to.
Whenever you ready, Rick.
All right, then. I got you at 11.
Yep. We'll be
All right.
back, family, at 11. Yep.
All right.